Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, what is up? This is Jeremy Bowling, your host of Remnant X Radio, The Underground. This has been an awesome week. For those of you who don't know, I have a traditional job in addition to the podcast, and I'm on vacation this week, so I've been able to go through and kind of just do all these episodes of The Underground, and it's been a lot of fun to share the music that I rock on my iPod with you all. And the people that we play, the people we have on, are people that I listen to and I like. And this next guy that we're going to feature his music, his name is Odd Thomas. And we had him on the podcast, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and sat down and talked with him for 10, 15 minutes. And I got to tell you, number one, Odd Thomas, extremely smart guy, polite, courteous. He's everything you'd want your kid to grow up to be, right? Really impressed with him. He's part of the Humble Beast record label that we have dealings with a little bit. They're very kind to us. They let us use their music. You know, they make their roster available to us to do interviews, and really a testimony, I think, to Christ, this group, Humble Beast. He's part of the band Beautiful Eulogy, and if you remember the KJ52 interview, we kind of featured their music, Beautiful Eulogy. He's done a lot of work with Propaganda, and I'm happy to share this music with you. It's always nice to kind of root for the good guys. You know, when you deal in something, you'll find a lot of people aren't always what they say they are, and these guys are. If you guys remember the interview we had with Cole Brown, the hip-hop pastor, he's their pastor. And it kind of all makes sense once you kind of get the picture together. These guys are all right. So tonight, we are going to do Odd Thomas. And I hope you enjoy Odd Thomas. Tomorrow will be Propaganda. And, let's do this. Let's share a scripture, and then we'll get rolling here. I would like to share today Revelation 22:12. Behold, I am coming soon, my reward is with me, and I will give to everyone according to what he has done. Here is All Men, Odd Thomas.
What if God was real and revealed the seven seals? What if the sun stood still? Would you oppose or repel? Would you be the type that's scared of your life because you're scared of the light? You can fight it if you think I'm wrong. But what if I'm right? If pillars collapse in the chapter when the rapture captures? Would you wear a mask and act to attract Jesus' freak actors? What if you can vision God coming from the sky with a double-edged sword in hand ready to divide? Separate the chosen few from the church view, to feel the overdue wrath of the King of Jews. When apocalyptic misfits get picked quick, and the hypocrites that contradict and similar grips from being hit with a nightstick. Would you hold regret, remember or forget? Would you consider it a threat if sacrifice paid debt? For every second on the clock you could mock, but if you follow flock, don't be shocked when the gates lock. But if you're questioning what's real and how you feel about ideals, Christ reveals what's concealed in the scrolls and the seals. And when the hourglass tips with the blood moon eclipse, don't insist you on the list because of a bumper sticker fish. Alpha the Omega, beginning and the end. Yeshua HaMashiach, Baruch Hashem.
metaverse. Money hungry bloodthirst, think I got a pen curse. Switch the channel, suit like the idle Java and gather your marbles. This is a Blade Runner carpool. Weapon X, never stress, resurrect tech. Stick to death, no cure, mind travel brochure. Enter at your own risk, news speak so slick. Oh, often heard, better toss a herb. Flat foot on my tail, go to jail, no thanks. Guerrilla warfare, nobody's here holding ranks. We all one with a gun, fist raised to the blue. Minuscule pinnacle, head is really too large. Bring it back down to size or else fry with the lies. Blow it or the flies, Ralphie's on a rampage. Shipping on your seawall, can't see past the haze. This ain't a phase, I'm a hero with my rage. Mutating, who's hating, let them speak now. Silence is golden, that ain't what you holding. Fake killer on the mic, I was born to write. You should have been aborted, distorted the art. Just cause you sound deep don't mean that you're smart. Just cause you sound deep don't mean that you're smart. Bad brain, sick mom, padded room, straight jacket, medicated, sedated. He's not alright. Bad brain, sick mom, padded room, straight jacket, medicated, sedated. We're not okay. Why try when you can't really apply? You reply so silly, manipulated by bodily movement till your muscles tangle, become a disorganized, electronically spilling archive. Violent choking, pantomime, ending while you're still alive. Unknowing, no feeling, confined, malignant, cancerous platelets spreading inside, slowly shredding your mind. Pivoting concepts, but riveting gut. 22 catch, village of my anger may stretch, sharpen, remove your flesh. Observe the threshold mesh, old mess, cold breath, fresh mode, broken into pieces from a whole. Except for the urge to write and the soul inside of me, there's nothing left but stress. I'm on my own, nevertheless. This is a reality I'm afraid to show, but cherish like silver and gold. Follow the energy until it stops its flow, as the water in my blood remains scalding hot like burning coal.
Loose lips and ego trips gets the tongue tied. Overexpected affects the young mind. You get harassed and chastised when you try and rhyme. You won't win competing with me, I'm deified. To ever try and test this is suicide. I insist you check this list when your wrist to solidify. Beat down, sitting on a curb, sucking on a razor blade. Bruised from the verb's tongue, bleeding through the band-aid. Bad brains all over the track when we attack. Crack your ego in half, laugh and then hand it back. The sickest cats to ever rap without a straight jacket. Plus the fact on contact be fantastic. With science prolific, lyrically gifted, terrific. Within a minute they mimic, I reinvent it and spin it. Cause it's a project. We in your streets like vets, and if you try and contest, you meet your death in the flesh. I'm painful with patterns and even worse with the wordplay. Bringing the beats to break your neck when your head sways. Come with abuse and reduce your head size while you listening to clocks tick counterclockwise. Bad brain, sick mind, padded room, straight jacket, medicated, sedated. I'm not alright. Bad brain, sick mind, padded room, straight jacket, medicated, sedated. He's not okay. Bad brain, sick mind, padded room, straight jacket, medicated, sedated. We're not alright. Point, huh? See me in the front row of the pew. Let me ask a question. What's the point of porcelain prayers? No one's listening, no one cares. Leaning on a faith that's fading, bleeding from the heart while waiting. Mary, the mother of a savior, she's a model of human behavior, offering misleading direction. Only in the sun is sinless perfection. You can present your goal, maybe it'll save your soul. You can trust the lies they told, but I'd rather let the truth unfold. I won't believe all the things you tell me. I never buy into the things you're selling me. You can try, but my eyes stay open wide. Exploit the lies in the dirt they try and hide. Secure a spot when the casket drops. Money for your souls like casting lots. What's the point of faith if you pay the cost? What's the world gain if your soul is lost? What's the point of a pope and a priest? What's the point? Maybe it's the giver of the mark of the beast. You can confess your sins over and over again, trusting in a man for redemption, hoping for divine intervention, offering a limitless wish list. They hold the keys to eternal forgiveness. You can present your goal, maybe it'll save your soul. You can trust the lies they told, but I'd rather let the truth unfold. I won't believe all the things you tell me. I never buy into the things you're selling me. You could try, but my eyes stay open wide. Exploit the lies in the dirt they try and hide. Secure a spot when the caskets rot. Money for your souls like casting lots. What's the point of faith if you pay the cost? What's the world gain if your soul is lost?
Nice. Yeah, I like that. We are rocking Diamonds from the Underground right now. I want to share another verse with you. It's Proverbs 8:13. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride, arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech. Wow, that's kind of a hard one. Let's get into it. Father, figure skating.
To say to me, I'm father figure skating. Try to tell me something cause it's different now, but let me count the ways that I can show you how. You got a lot to say to me, but really you just playing. Born 11/1976, in the midst of conflicts, me the quick fix. From the potential tomb to the womb to the emergency room, escape doom, soon to bloom. Even though my pop's plan could never defeat this, cause between us when I was a fetus was greeted by Jesus. Introduced me to a world that turns and burns, where hate is the worm that spreads the germ. Never concerned, cause I made it through the pregnancy term. Learned at an early age that you must stand firm. So I breathe, stretch, bless the Lord. They used a double-edged sword to clip the cord. It was my first taste of pain with much more to come. Screaming while they extract the mucus from my lungs. With me the new addition makes the family complete. We made it home in a stolen car seat. And it's all sweet and calm until your mom gets beat. Call it common occurrences, doomed to repeat. Cause home was a prison and the nursery combined. We learned how to deal cause we never could malign. Cause daddy was a misfit, chasing crime. My mom had to be a father at the same time. But when you live by the gun, you end up getting shot. So you can rest in unrest, pop. You can paint a picture of my outcome. Still won't make a difference where I come from. You can walk away from me, there's nothing more to say to me. I'm father figure skating. Try to tell me something cause it's different now, but let me count the ways that I can show you how. You got a lot to say to me, but really you just playing. Skate to California State after age 8. Now with the stepdad, everything's great. I start to get attention for the first time, and in the public he fronts and tells everyone he's mine. We develop a kinship, a father-son relationship, but if good things often come to an end, you get stripped. We got a new addition to the family, and since he's deceived on my stepdad's tree, he found no obligation to invest in me. The best of me considers that he's testing me with blessings of letting me feel withdrawn. As time grew on, we found it very difficult to get along. So it was better to jet instead of letting him get me upset. Cause running away begets trying to forget. I meant to be and felt complete. The unique sense of concrete deletes all these feelings of being weak. The past pain was forgot, cause hip-hop was everything my pops was not. It was life, love, a place to build, a place to get acknowledged when I flexed my skill. It was a platform, a stage, a place to shine, a spot of acceptance to say he's mine. See, hip-hop's the place where it all began. It helped me father figure skate around a stepdad's camp. You can paint a picture of my outcome. Still won't make a difference where I come from. You can walk away from me, there's nothing more to say to me. I'm father figure skate. Try to tell me something cause it's different now, but let me count the ways that I can show you how. You got a lot to say to me, but really you just playing. To be a fundamentalist, gun is the quickest way to settle it. Literally killing for the hell of it. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist. One hand on the Bible, the other hand with the rifle. Freedom for survival, we picking up all our rivals. It's vital to keep the title, the patriot idol. So we killing and kill again, it's the murderous cycle. And in God we trust, so they must be our enemy. Using religion as a means of authority. Life being taken by the hands of another man. Blood in the sand while we killing on a foreign land. You will fight quicker to click the trigger. Body counts the yardstick, measuring who's bigger. You can put the gun down, stop pushing them around. Better to talk about it than bombs hitting the ground. It's so fun to be a fundamentalist. Gun is the quickest way to settle it. Literally killing for the hell of it. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist. It's so fun to be a fundamentalist. Gun is the quickest way to settle it. Literally killing for the hell of it. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist. One hand on the Quran, the other hand holding a bomb. The Taliban, what killing is common. Osama bin Laden, alaikum salam. They flying planes taking aim at the Pentagon. And in Allah they trust, so we must be their enemy. Using religion as a means of authority. Life being taken by the hands of another man. Blood in the tower while devouring our homeland. You can take pride in this suicide, license to take lives. Clear all the decadence and hopes to find the totalitarian revival of bribes. The minds of all mankind. So fun to be a fundamentalist. Gun is the quickest way to settle it. Literally killing for the hell of it. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist. It's so fun to be a fundamentalist. Gun is the quickest way to settle it. Literally killing for the hell of it. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist. I'ma put the fun in fundamentalist.
My motives have transpired, deep like divers. I'm a diverse, inspired rhyme designer. Locomotive modem, have you heard your own music? It's absurd. The verses on a verge to inflict wounds that are minor. Your complexity is easily deciphered as your brain waves go haywire, loathing and corroding as you perspire. Diapers, your time has expired. I have drive, flinging you off with windshield wipers. Let's match wit and see who is wiser. And don't leave me waiting like diners. I'm a metallic and primer, soul survivor. Mythical, mystical, venomous viper on fire for higher ground in order to inspire some new sound. Forget battling on stage, dueling ciphers. I swallow words like apple cider. Your mama has apple sideburns. It's my turn to make mine squirm. I'll make your mind burn.
Your concept's deceptive to accept sedatives. My consciousness makes do and get a large settlement. I'm one entity with strength of 20 men. Hungry while you hungry, your content's ghost. Your concept's deceptive to accept sedatives. My consciousness makes do and get a large settlement. I'm one entity with strength of 20 men. Hungry while you hungry, your content's ghost. Slowly slip inside my soul. Continuous concepts compress mind control. I'm irritated by institutionalism, enough to put an end to evil evangelism. No one needs to know, it's naturally noticed. So count the conscious and candy coated. Escape from eternal envy, embrace existence. Pursue prospects that promote persistence. Roam with the righteous, right for revolution. Only honor the honest who offer us a solution. Justice within jails is just a joke. Engage and excel and rebel and invoke. The court convict wrong kids in case they catch the typical class. Never teach through the text. This is science project. Peep the context. The typical class never teach through the text. Your concept's deceptive to accept sedatives. My consciousness makes do and get a large settlement. I'm one entity with strength of 20 men. Hungry while you hungry, your content's ghost. Your concept's deceptive to accept sedatives. My consciousness makes do and get a large settlement. I'm one entity with strength of 20 men. Hungry while you hungry, your content's ghost.
history. When a child can grab a gun so easily and shoot a bullet into the middle of a child's face, but the time has come to understand that a Tech 9 semi-automatic 30-bullet weapon like that is not used to kill deer.
Mr. Hectic, control your gun, never aim it at the middle of civilization. Make it a rule of thumb if you're holding one, never conceal it over racism. Point your finger, who's to blame? Television, radio, video games. When the NRA's got an AKA, same with the cats from the KKK. Take your clock, switch your view, turn off the TV, kill the news. Consider everything you think to be true, instead of taking everything at face value. I'm standing in the Midwest, holding on my chest with a bulletproof vest on. But it really don't matter, cause I'm a millimeter ham and straight from Teflon. And it's crazy when Oklahoma City bombing is common, and Michigan's vicious religious system is fully arming. When a student got a textbook with a Tech 9 standing in a lunch line, detention slips, banana clips, apocalypse, and that's fine. So who's the bigger influence, you, me, or the president? The government considers it irrelevant, and it's evident, cause them cats drop bombs over arguments. Manson got them dancing while the media claims he's from hell. They just quick to point the finger, never put it back at themselves. Parents blame the television with a gun rack sitting up on the shelf, while they rally around the high school with a pocket full of shells. There's no responsibility for the lack of stability, which limits me to believe that there's no accountability. Hostility revealed through our media instilled. It's a thrill when you see it on the TV screen until the aftermath is just getting blasted in class, but we the last to pass a bill because the public mass appeal. So no matter what you say, how much taxes you might pay, better try to go out cause the White House is the lighthouse for the NRA. Be honest with them, tell them Odd Time has told you to write your congressman and promise him we'll take a stand against the common man. Something I can't understand when the death toll expands. If peace is a plan, how you claim peace with a piece in hand? For the gun clap rappers who talk about killing caps, it's a slap in the face to the kids who try and fill the gap. Truth is, y'all probably never held a gun, never been an outlaw who was on the run. Dumb cause you talk about it just for fun. Funny how you run when they pull out one. Look at the genocide you provide, all through the lies of the lies you rhyme. Get a bulk of the blame of the kids who die. Put down the gun, let the youth survive.
How many of you just like to see miracles? Of course we do. That's inbred in the human nature. We've been playing the charismatic games and there's no power. I want to see the power! You don't have to talk about it when you see it. Today, we talk more about power than producing the power.
Want you to get ready tonight for one of the greatest demonstrations of God's Holy Spirit's power. Are you ready?
I'm your television evangelist. We coming through your idiot box, more crooked than LA cops. I'm your television evangelist. We looking fresh up on your screen, Armani suits and gold rings. I'm your television evangelist. I wave my coat in the air with tattooed lips and pink hair. I'm your television evangelist. I get paid for fake tears, deviously scamming them for years. It's $1 billion industry, a spiritual conspiracy, the pickpocket plan for the promised land, a Catholic simile, a representation of crooked Christian revelation, so-called prophets, profit, a non-profit organization, church catastrophe, blasphemy, sheep getting seduced by the serpent's seductive flattery, attracted to the peaceful picture that pumps to your coaxial cable, misconception of direction and notion of being more stable, donation for a blessing, start second guessing, if you don't know the answers, then ask the questions, learn for yourself, develop and understand if it's God's plan for when it falls from the breath of a physical man. Fashions from a fashion, wine glasses filled with deadly sips, 14 karat gold, concealer wigs and tattooed lips, lusting for the loot, using life as a gimmick, mimicking TBN to exploit the children of the imminent. It's capital gain and a righteous plane and a might just aim. These lyrics to point the blame, cast points to fan the flame, arms for the fame, gold for the blood stain, MasterCard to break the chains, offering place for the pain. I'm alert to the Trinity Broadcast Network and how they flirt with emotions to get finances from all these new converts. They don't love them, that's why they take advantage of them. They pimp and cheat, using guilt as a means to govern them. You just a Benny Hinn heretic, trying to convict to get chips, and trying to get rich off the sick. It's monetary gain derived from mind control. Give a donation of $20 and I'll pray for your soul. We coming through your idiot box, more quicker than LA cops. I'm your television evangelist. We looking fresh up on your screen, Armani suits and gold rings. I'm your television evangelist. I wave my coat in the air with tattooed lips and pink hair. I'm your television evangelist. I get paid for fake tears, deviously scamming them for years. Animosity and ridicule, but obviously it's cynical. It's pitiful when you choose to take it literal. Don't confuse the passion just because I'm rapping with a vicious form of fashion. That doesn't mean I lack compassion. You can call it what you want to. I say it like I see it. Just because we from the same place don't mean that I agree with it. I shape my opinions based on facts, and oftentimes feelings get in the way, but that's okay. I've learned to deal with that. Take what I believe even if it's sunny, and literally start to poke fun at it because it's funny. That makes me such a mean person, and I'm so inconsiderate. But consider there's illiterate idiots who claim to be legitimate. You only hear me if I'm condescending. So while you're blending and pretending and never offending, I'm defending the faith. So throw me in the lion's den, cause every now and then I tend to offend people like Benny Hinn. So what then? Get mad at my suspicions about politicians, my disposition on position of religious tradition. And cause I'm freedom fighting, inciting light through life writing, I'm getting past my silver lining and chart climbing. But I'd rather remain nameless than rap about killing and become famous. But the more stupid you talk, the more you stay blameless. Love me cause I'm polished, but then hate me cause I'm honest. But autonomous is synonymous with autonomous. The armory's for season till the teaching is done. I try to teach the kids to walk in the ways of the sun. So while you standing on a soapbox with a speech and a gun, I'ma preach the king until the kingdom comes. So if you start to get uneasy when a track sets in, when a microphone check 1-2s get under your skin, if you start to get offended when the ridicule begins, it's God who gives the gift, so you can take it up with Him. Yeah, it's God who gives the gift, so you can take it up with Him.
Dear Christian, what do we really know about being crucified with Christ? What do we know about being so resolute to God that we would be willing to lay down and lose our life? I've heard so many foolish statements comparing insignificant situations to Christian suffering that it's embarrassing. When did it get watered down? When did the idea of suffering get so lost? When did we lose our focus or weightiness of taking up one's cross? As if missing our Monday morning cup of coffee from Starbucks somehow relates or make us more mindful of the misery and persecution that Jesus faced. But ridiculous statements like these are simple pictures and goes to show just how little our culture knows about Christ's crucifixion. What do we really know about the cup of suffering and distress that Christ accepted not as a regrettable necessity but at the Father's will and request. Or the violent denial of rejection of association, like when Peter repudiated Jesus under the pressure of condemnation. Being falsely accused, like when the Jewish leaders plotted and conspired against him and condemned him with the trumped-up charges of being a political leader of rebellion. Or the mockery of the Roman soldiers, the ridicule of the pseudo-enthronement, draped with a soldier's cape as a king's robe and a makeshift crown made of thorns and twigs. What do we really know about undeserved punishment, anguish, and affliction? Being spit on and flogged while being blindfolded and beaten beyond the point of human recognition. We know nothing about remaining silent at the injustice of any individual. But with Christ, the crowds cheered to be crucified as a common criminal. Nailed to a tree with his hands and his feet and hung naked with stretched out arms for the public display of humiliation while soldiers cast lots and gambled for his garments. Being taunted by his accusers while they delight in their perceived superiority, mocking his deity as they literally add insult to injury. Consider that the crucifixion was the cruelest form of capital punishment ever poured out in the history of human law. Then consider how it pales in comparison to the spiritual suffering Jesus endured when he was separated from God. And receiving the full cup of wrath, he cries, "It is finished, tetelestai." It was our sin that held him there until he died, our spears that pierced his side. The entire race is involved and implicated in the case of Christ crucified. So the next time you compare a cup of coffee to the cup of God's wrath, I would remind you of the passionate, bloody path that Christ endured on our behalf.
Right on. That was Odd Thomas, The Cup and the Crucifix. What do you say after listening to that? Incredible performance. I think Odd Thomas may be the best producer I've ever heard as far as arranging and whatnot. Just incredible job. Good job, guys. Appreciate Humble Beast. Appreciate everything you do, keeping it real, keeping it righteous, keeping it above board. Let's do this, man. Let's close in prayer, right? We normally don't do this in the underground, but let's close in prayer, and let's just pray for Humble Beast. They are a righteous group of guys, dude, and they minister to me, and they have a good product, a good message to get out there. So let's do this. Father God, we just lift up Humble Beast. You know, we pray for their leadership, that you would give them insight and utterance and clarity of how they should walk after you in this world, Lord. You know, I pray that you would supply their needs, Lord, that you would help them promote the message that you put in their mouth, Lord, and I just pray for safety and security over them, Lord. I pray for those members at Humble Beast who are married, that you would watch over and bless their marriages, Lord. I pray that if there are children to these young men and women, Lord, that you would watch over them, that you would raise them up to be godly and holy children, Lord, and we just lift them up to you, Lord. We pray blessings on them, Lord. We ask this in your name. Peace and God bless to his elect.